Well, you know, I had this toothache and it was really killing me, and I knew I had to get a root canal. That's what my dentist told me back home. So there I go. A few days after I get here over to NAVAJOA to Dr. Hector MORA, who was going to dig in and get the infection out. I'm not looking forward to it. When we get there to NAVAJOA, after about a 40-minute ride, I go to the doctor's office, very nice, it's waiting. I see the doctor busily drilling somebody inside, and I know pretty soon it's going to be my turn. And I'm a little nervous. This is my first Mexican dentist. I hear they're very good, but and they're a hell of a lot cheaper than a dentist in the U.S. I can't tell you how much. It's just like you think that maybe they should hang the dentist in the United States for what they're charging. Anyway, I get the chance to talk to the doc. He speaks fluent Spanish, and also he speaks pretty fluent English too. So I had brought along a friend, La Robina, to be my interpreter. But in fact, the doc got it down right away. We were able to talk, and I told him I wanted a lot of NOVOCAINE, and he said, "Well, we have to do a little X-ray first, make sure that we see how bad it is." And he did some other X-rays for the doctor in town that I'm going to be using, and on my other side, because I'm going to get fully drilled while I'm down here for a fraction of the money that they charge you in the U.S. My only concern is, will I live through this, you know? Anyway, it looks like a doctor's office back in the 50s in the U.S., but, you know, they're pretty thorough, so I lay down and I'm waiting for all of the X-rays to come in. They kind of hand develop them in a little black box, and I'm waiting to see what is happening, and then the doc comes back and he takes a look at it and goes, "You've got, you know, 3 infections. It's going to take some time to get them all and to drain them all." I'm going, "Oh man, here I go. I hope he has a lot of NOVOCAINE in the vault, because I'm going to take everything he has, you know." So anyway, I get set there, and I'm looking over at the gal who's assisting him, and I'm saying to myself, "Boy, let's start to get that your NOVOCAINE in, you know." And I hear him say something in Spanish to the assistant, like, "Get it out. This boy needs it." I don't think he said it that way, but that was the result. And I never had. This guy knew how to put in NOVOCAINE. Let me tell you, I came out of that without one of those fat lips where you dribble your Coke all over your blouse or your coffee after you come out, you know. This guy, he I don't know how he did it, but I had no pain during this, and I can tell you that there was a drilling that was going on, let me tell you. So anyway, I don't know how many injections he gave me, but in fact he got to the right spot, and I just laid back, and I knew I was in the hands of God. So I did my usual prayers and waited for the last of the NOVOCAINE to be pumped in, and I knew once that was done, it was going to be time to drill the root, as they say. Now, if you have any doubts about what a root canal is like, just think of the tooth, and then you have the roots that go into the thing, and you know, as you get deeper, that gets down to the root, where when you drill on it, you go through the ceiling. Anyway, I didn't feel anything. I knew he was digging. I could hear it crunching, you know, and he had to go through a cap as well, and I had this thing on my mouth. There's none of that washy stuff like they have in the U.S. where they put all the water in your mouth, you gotta spit it out, and the girl's always putting a little siphon, it sucks your tongue up through it, you know, you get a bruise. They just did it dry, so you kind of smell the tooth burning as he went through it, but they didn't have to spit all that crap out, you know. I think the 50s had it down, you know. They knew how to just get the tooth drilled and stop all the nonsense, all this high-tech crapola. Although I will say, when the X-rays were taken, everybody... Well, in fact, the nurse didn't have an apron on, and I didn't have a lead apron, but the doctor did. I guess that's how they do it down here. They're not really that, you know, crazy about the X-ray apron. So, anyway, I can tell you that there was a lot of drilling. It took about an hour to 2 hours. When we finally got through, it was something else, you know. Just didn't feel a damn thing, to tell you the truth. And we got out, we had a little talk, you know. Doc and I got together, and told me what I should do, and don't chew on one side of the mouth, you know, you have to come back for another one, for which I have no fear now. This guy's miraculous. And so we talked a little bit more, and he told me an aspirin, maybe I might need it, but to tell you the truth, I didn't need anything. This guy, and I didn't have any of those fat lips, I had no aches, I had no nothing, and this guy went down to the bottom of the earth, you know what I mean? So we should take some lessons from him in the U.S., you know, how they do these things. This doc's okay. go to him. Here's my advice on this. Much gracias, you know, Dr. Hector, you know. This is a guy you should go to. You have a root canal. This guy works slow, but he works great. And I have a very good dentist in the U.S., so I know what I'm talking about. I have one of the best, so. Hooray, hooray for Mexico on this one. They win.